Hi, Robyn. Thank you so much for joining me for this interview today.
Hi, Sam. Very
Hi.
happy to be here.
Yay, I'm so excited to get to see you again. Um, and for those of you watching right now, this is Robyn. She is fabulous. And she is yes, she's awesome. So she's a part of our cast for our new web series, Virtual Love in Lockdown, which is premiering this spring. So please check her out. She is a recurring character, so she is spread out throughout the entire season. And it's super fun. She plays awesome character. But for those of you watching who do not know her, she's just going to introduce herself. So, Robyn, can you tell the people watching a little bit about yourself?
Hi, y'all. My name is Robyn Ramos. I'm originally from South Texas, like San Antonio area. But I am currently in New York, Brooklyn, New York.
Nice.
And I've been acting for all of my life since I was in the second grade. So I'm just really, really excited to be a part of such an amazing project like this and something that's just so much fun and so upbeat. So excited.
Yes, I have loved working with you. And for those of you watching, she plays the role of Amber, and Amber is best friends with my role, Katie. And it's just so fun because I feel like our personalities really mesh outside of acting. And then when we act together, like I think the characters just are, it's like a really healthy, like woman to woman relationship, friendship. And so I think that's really important to see. And so my question to you is, do you find yourself relating to the role of Amber? And furthermore, do you relate to any of the experiences that she and Katie go through throughout the series? Can you like relate to anything that they've dealt with, dating, friendship, anything?
Yeah, I actually can relate to Amber a lot because that's kind of like, and Katie's friendship too, because it's kind of how my best friend and I are right now. You know, I've been in a long-term relationship for a really long time, and my best friend's been single for a while too. So I could definitely relate to that, at least surface level aspect. But underneath it, I definitely relate to Amber too, because she is, I feel, the kind of person that is happy for her accomplishments as well for as her friends' accomplishments. And I think that's the best kind of way to be. 100%. I think that it's really great that we get to see two female best friends, and there's no jealousy in any of this either. There's no like animosity. There's just great vibes, good friendships, and good times.
Totally. I absolutely agree with that. I feel like it's so nice and refreshing to be able to act in a production where two women can like just support each other fully. Because I don't know about you, but personally, when I have acted in other things, sometimes I'm acting in roles that I'm like, ooh, I feel like this isn't 100% genuinely like women supporting women.
It's 100%. And I feel like, and I know a lot of shows and stuff do that for the dramatic aspect, but you could still have those types of ups and downs, those type of dramatic moments without having to pin women against each other. And that's why I really, really like this script, and I really, really like this show, because it definitely shows that it's not women against women. It's women in their own circumstances working and living, not living together, but coexisting together.
And surviving throughout a pandemic, which we're all experiencing in real life, which is really, it's challenging. And so I think just having a good support system and showing that on screen is super important, because not everybody has that in real life. And so it's nice to see when people do. And I think Amber is just like such a great character in person. And, you know, she is super bubbly like you are. And she is so supportive and just like fun and funny. Like she has a great just comedy throughout the series, and you bring the comedic timing to it. So like that's all up to you. But I think a lot of people will relate to her character, and I think they'll be able to see past the surface of
surface level.
Yes, exactly, and see that she's like really genuine, caring. And I'm also excited to explore her character further in the future and her relationship with me. Yeah.
Oh yeah, me too. I'm definitely excited to see more of that too in the future.
Yes. So my next question is, what has it been like, just generally speaking, working in the pandemic as an actor? Zoom productions, anything. What is it been like? How have there been challenges and what are the benefits? Because it's a complete 180.
Different. It's a completely different world in the acting atmosphere, because you go from having in-person auditions, very like formal, you know what I mean? You have to bring your headshots, your resume, everything like that, very in person, like face to face with your director, whoever you're doing it with. And now you're going to most, like, everything is sending in self tapes,
Yeah.
which is different too. Doing things on Zoom, which is crazy different. You know, I'm not gonna say I like it more, but I do like the fact that we can send in self tapes as like set auditions now, because I don't know about you, but I have the worst audition fright. Like, I really do. I get like my palms start to sweat. And so being able to like start over, set next take is actually very nice and very refreshing. And I kind of hope that that's something we stick with in the future, but it is definitely very different. And, but different's not bad.
I agree. I think that's the main takeaway from the pandemic is, there have been a lot of challenges, but in a lot of ways, we've all been able to grow as artists and challenge ourselves.
100%.
Yeah.
Especially because a lot of things aren't even casting right now. You kind of have to make your own content. You have to go back to your roots and even like just do small like acting classes from now, because we have the time. So might as well. I think this is a really good time to also hone your craft as an actor too, because we have literally nothing but time.
Absolutely. So. And I think you said like taking classes and being able to send in audition tapes. It's one thing that I have found that's a positive throughout this is actors are being seen by casting directors and agencies that they would have never been seen in person. So it's just really great that it's more accessible. I think that's a really positive thing, is that there's more inclusion and accessibility, and I do think that's something that we can keep in the future. And I know for Fentress Films, like, we're really dedicated towards accessibility, and we want to connect with artists all over the world. And I audition for things on FaceTime. That's how casual it's getting. And I feel like it can be so like refreshing and also just nice because you're in your own environment, you feel comfortable, shake it off, and
you don't have to wear pants now to auditions, which I think is one of the best parts of it.
Yes, absolutely. I feel like we can definitely sit here and like think about all the negatives, but it's also really important to acknowledge the positives and the things that have helped us grow. And I just hope that in the future it continues to kind of be this way.
Yeah, I hope so too. I hope it too.
Yeah. So following up on that particular question, because that was generally speaking, with our production, I know that we filmed completely different. It was very unique, and I don't think anything else has like been filmed particularly this way. We were filming on Zoom, FaceTime, external cameras the entire time, all at once. It was just completely different, and I think you have a unique perspective. So could you just share what that process was like with the audience?
I think it was also unique too because it was just us two. Usually you have like a big production team, other people there watching, and the fact that it was just so intimate, just us being us two, I think is definitely different. You don't always see that all the time when you're on set. And I mean, it was very different. I don't know about you, Sam. Well, you've obviously seen all of our screen recordings, but I have really tried hard not to look at them, just because I don't know. I just feel, I don't know. I feel like that would, I don't know, but it was definitely different. But again, different's not bad. And a lot more flexible too, I think, because I mean, we were not even filming in our original location that we had agreed upon before, which I think is great too with the pandemic, is that we can be flexible in these times too. But FaceTime filming was definitely a first for me at least. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I learned new things about technology I had no clue about before. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, totally. And like you said, FaceTime filming, I don't think is as common. And I think it's cool that you were able to be in different locations and
Mm-hmm.
like still film and being flexible to this is just a general rule. I think the pandemic has taught a lot of people that we can't be such control freaks. Got to be flexible,
Yeah,
you
for
know,
sure.
scheduling, filming, locations, little bitty things because we're all focused on so much. Like your costume designer and your makeup artist and your camera person. Like we were
Everything.
filming on Zoom, muted ourselves, but screen recording and screen recording on FaceTime and
Yeah.
filming on cameras. I was using the slate clapper on 5 different cameras at once.
Yeah.
Like it's different. And so I think like the flexibility is so important from all angles because like I said, you're handling everything. And I think that just shows actors like how much they really how wonderful that they are and how committed they are because
How much we can do too.
how versatile and you rise up to the challenge because it's
Mhm.
hard, it's a lot. So I just commend you for how flexible you were, and anytime I gave you an idea you were like, yeah, let's do it, sounds good. So it
Yeah.
was great working with you.
It was great working with you too, Sam. I feel like we're both pretty flexible in that aspect. And that's another thing with like acting too. You definitely have to be flexible, think on your feet type of person. You know, you have to go with the flow because not everything, like you said, is going to go exactly as you imagine or you think. And it's just really how you work around little obstacles like that.
Totally, 100%. I'm just excited for people to get to see specifically our scenes because of the uniqueness of how we filmed it. I think it's going to be like fun and refreshing, and so I'm just excited to see what people think. It's not, your typical way of filmmaking, but I love it, and I think it'll be something that people will be like, oh, that's interesting. And
Yeah.
how can we incorporate these things once the pandemic is over? And I don't think the pandemic is going to be over, but, you know, to a semi normal state, I hope,
Our new normal. Yeah.
yeah, people just like be more flexible and try new things and experiment with how we create art. So, all right, and moving on, my next question is, can you share your social media or your website where people can contact you if they're like, hey, Robyn's cool, I want to follow her or work with her?
For sure. I have 2 Instagrams. I have an actor Instagram at Robyn Ramos Actor, and that's ROBYN RAMOS. I also have just a regular Instagram that I do post like mostly stories, all my acting things on my stories, but that is at Robyn Andrea Ramos. Again, Robyn with a Y. I have an IMDb page as well. If you check me out on there at Robyn Ramos, and I am currently getting a website, but they are more expensive than I thought they were. So everybody be on the lookout for that.
Amazing. And for those of you watching, if you are interested in checking out her social media, I'm going to link both her acting account and her personal account here, and her IMDb page. So feel free to click on those if you want to follow her and be on the lookout for her website. They are, yes, expensive, a challenge to make, but super, super awesome. So be on the lookout, everyone. Okay, so I have 2 questions left for you. My second to last question is, if you had to describe your character in only 3 adjectives, what would they be?
Well, the first one would definitely be bubbly for sure. She has such a bubbly, lighthearted type of energy that I just is so refreshing and I love, especially in these depressing times. She is very independent, I would say too, because you never see her ask for an opinion or anything. I feel like she's very headstrong and very independent in that sense. And she is also caring too. You definitely see that for her as well with her, how she talks to Katie, with everything that's going on in her life. She is definitely very caring and one of the best types of friends I think you could have.
I agree 100%. Like, she has the full package. Empathetic, very independent, and like the type of person that's like you said, she doesn't need other people's opinions. She has her mind made up, and she's a go-getter, and is she believes in herself and the people around her. And I think that that is, like you said, the best kind of friend you could ever have. So
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Character play. Okay, and my final question for you is, for the audience, what is one thing you want to tell them about the show before they watch it?
I would just like to let everybody know that it is more than the surface level of a girl going on all these dates. I feel like there are a lot of levels in this show to unpack, so get ready for that. It is definitely just very well written, very comedic, very funny. And I think one of the best scripts I've ever worked with.
What?
And so I would definitely keep an open mind, keep just not keep it surface level, the show, because there are multiple levels to it. And anybody, I think, at any point in their life can enjoy this show. And I think that is so amazing that it is so diverse in the people that you can touch with the show.
That's so kind of you to say. First of all, I'm like blushing. Oh my gosh. Thank you. I'm really glad that you have connected so much with the script, and I really hope that people do really relate to it. And I think I hope that they can, because even if you're going through one character's situation, you can probably relate to another's, or you can relate it to something else in your life,
100%. And I think especially with the way that you had written it out, there's definitely parts that every single person will connect to 100%.
Yes, I definitely feel like it's real life, just we filmed it. So I'm definitely really excited for everybody to watch. And for those of you watching this right now, Virtual Love and Lockdown premieres on April 20th. That's when the first episode comes out. So we're really excited. And each episode will be coming out weekly. So it's going to be a few weeks of a lot of fun. And Robyn's in several episodes throughout. So stay tuned for her episodes. And thank you so much again for doing this interview with me.
Well, thank you for interviewing me, Sam. It was a lot of fun.
Yes. Well, I hope you have the best day ever. Bye.
Bye. Bye, y'all.